Good morning. Welcome to Rise and Shine Yoga. My name is Ann Trail. You will want to have today for your practice, possibly a mat if you have one, but working out on a carpet or a rug if you don't have a mat is fine. The important thing is you want to be able to not slide around. So most likely barefoot, most likely on some sort of a friction producing surface. Also recommended are yoga blocks. Again, you don't have to have these. These can help you access more space in the poses, open you up more. If you don't have them, books will do. I know some people have been using tin cans. This is a period of innovation in the midst of all the craziness. If you want to take a minute and grab some of that, that is great. And then we will just get started. Oh, you may also like to have a blanket, just something soft to put under your knees. Sometimes when we come down on the knees, that can bother some people's knees. So a throw rug, a towel, a folded blanket, something to have handy. And I'll meet you on the mat. So as we begin today, I want you to remember that I am your guide. I will be making suggestions for poses. I will be offering up variations in case something doesn't work in your body today. But your actual teacher is your body. So please listen to your body. And if your body is telling you that a certain pose is not right for you today, then listen to your body. And our bodies have different opinions on different days. So do listen up to that. So I want us to begin on our backs, just laying straight out. Feet about hips width apart, legs are long, and coming down to your back, arms down at your sides, maybe palms facing up. Palms maybe about a foot away from your thighs or your hips. Find something that feels really comfortable. And then maybe take a minute and just elongate your tailbone a tad. I don't want you to flatten your spine all the way down against the mat. You want to keep the natural curves, but just see if you can tuck your tailbone just a tiny bit. And maybe tuck your chin just a tiny bit to allow a little length in the spine. During our practice today, we're going to be working a lot at giving the spine some relief, some spaces to lengthen out into, to counteract all the Zoom time that many of us have been spending, or time sitting hunched over the table with work or with kids. So as you come in here to your lying down position, allow yourself to sink. Allow the back of your body to sink into the mat or the rug. And feel how the earth is supporting you. You can just let everything go. Allow your heels to sink. Allow your sacrum, the bone that runs across the back of your hips, to sink. Allow your shoulder blades to sink. And the back of your head, palms of your hands. And then begin to breathe, or at least notice your breath. You've probably already been breathing, I'm going to say. Feel the breath come in and feel it go out. We'll do a breathing exercise here. This is Dirga breath, which means stretched breath. So as you inhale, we're going to treat your body like a vase. We're going to fill up from the bottom to the top and empty from the top to the bottom. I will suggest a count. But if it doesn't work for you, feel free to go a little slower or a little faster as your body would prefer. So take an inhale deep into your belly, all the way down into your pelvis, and fill up into your ribs, and all the way up into your chest. Hold that for a moment. And then exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Continuing on, adjusting the speed to suit your body. And maybe as you exhale, as you press out the last bit of breath of air out of your body, you use a little bit of abdominal muscles just to get that last squeeze out. And then inhaling, filling up from bottom to top. And exhaling from top to bottom. Endeavoring to keep the exhales the same length as the inhales. And noticing if there's some tension in your body that you can let go of as you exhale. Maybe you've got a little bit at the back of your neck that you don't need in this pose. Just let go of it. Maybe there's some in your fingers. Maybe there's some in your hips. And as you continue in your Durga breath, focus on creating an even space, an even rhythm, and letting go. And then coming to your next exhale, inhale to reach your arms overhead. Find a nice long stretch. See how long you can make your arms. See how long you can make your body. Maybe flexing your feet. Finding length from heels to fingertips. Inhaling deeply. And then on your exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Bring your hands up towards your feet. Your shoulders come off the ground. Neck is long. Find a crunch here. And then inhale to lengthen everything back out. Filling up. And exhale to push out the air, creating space for that crunch. Letting your shoulders do the work, not hiking up from your head or neck. Inhale to find that length. Exhale to one more crunch, and maybe hold this for 2 breaths. And then on an exhale, allow your shoulders to come down. Palms come to the floor, feet come to the floor. Bring your feet maybe to the edges of the mat. If you're not on a mat, just widen them a bit. And taking an inhale here, we'll bring the hands out to a T shape. If that doesn't work in your body, you can do cactus arms, a right angle at the elbow. Find what feels good now. Take an inhale to find length, extending the tailbone down just a bit, tucking the chin just a bit. And exhale your knees over to the right. Not forcing, just allowing gravity to do the work here. We're early in the practice. And on your inhale, bring the knees back up. And exhale, allow them to come to the other side. Maybe your neck takes a little turn to the right as your knees come to the left. And inhale to center. Exhale, knees right, neck left, only if that feels good. Inhale up to center. Exhale, knees left, neck right. And then inhale to come up to center. Exhale, knees right, arm comes over, and we'll press up to hands and knees on the mat to tabletop pose. So here, palms under shoulders, Index finger roughly pointing to the top of the mat, knees under your hips, toes can be pressed, tops of toes can be pressed down onto the mat, or if that is not comfortable in your body, you can also choose to tuck your toes. We'll inhale the right leg long, heel comes up to hip height or a little higher. And on the next inhale, extend the opposite arm, your left arm out in front. So pinky is facing towards the floor, so you're reaching out as though you're going to shake somebody's hand. Finding that length from your right heel to your left fingertips, neck is long, you're gazing at the mat. Exhale to crunch elbow to knee under your torso. You can tuck your chin, finding a stretch in the back of your neck. Inhale to extend the arm and the leg. Exhale to crunch, bringing the chin along down to the chest. Inhale to find a long space, long neck. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. And then exhale to bring the knee and the palm back down to the mat. Maybe rock the hips a little bit back and forth. And then inhale the left leg long. Maybe flex the foot. Option to extend the right hand in front as though you're going to shake somebody's hand. Finding that balance. If you find yourself rocking, see if you can create a little more space between the right knee, left to right, between where the right knee is and where the left palm is, giving yourself a little more, a wider area to balance on. And then on your exhale, crunching elbow to knee under your torso, option to tuck the chin for a neck stretch. Inhale to extend long, gazes down. Exhale to crunch in. Inhale to extend long. Exhale to crunch in. And last one, inhale to extend long. And exhale to bring palm and knee back to the mat. Maybe taking a few hip circles here, pressing hips out to the left, down towards the heels, up to the right and center. And another one. And then go to take a couple the other way, dropping the hips to the right, and then down to your heels, coming up on the left side, returning to table, and one more round. And then on your inhale, bring your right knee out, keeping that 90-degree bend in your leg. So you're kind of like the dog at the fire hydrant, foot is flexed. Inhale here. And on an exhale, crunch the knee up to your shoulder, maybe turning to look at your knee. And then exhale, extend the foot long and bring it out beyond your left leg. Toes come down, right leg is extended. Toes come down to the mat, and maybe turn and look over your left shoulder at your foot, finding that stretch along the right side of your body. Taking an inhale here. Exhale to crunch. Knee comes to right shoulder, gazes at the knee. Exhale to extend, looking left at the foot on the left side. One more. Knee to shoulder. And inhale to extend, pressing the toes into the mat, maybe rocking a little back and forth here, pressing the right hip out towards the right side of the mat, feeling that stretch in your hip, and then returning the knee to the mat. We'll lift the left knee up, bringing it towards shoulder height, flexing the foot, finding an inhale. And on the exhale, crunching the left knee to the left shoulder as you look at the knee. Inhale to bring that leg long around outside the right foot, toes come to the mat, and gazing over the right shoulder at the foot. Inhale to crunch, and then extend long. And then crunching in, and extending long. Take it one more. Inhale to crunch in. Extend long and plant the foot and press out into that left hip, finding a stretch along the left side of your body, maybe rocking a little back and forth off the ball of your foot. And then coming to tabletop, we'll widen the knees just a bit, sink hips to heels, coming into child's pose, arms extend long. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat. If the mat is not accessible to your forehead, that's fine. Taking a couple of breaths here. This is child's pose. This is a grounding pose, and it's a great place to come to if you need to reconnect with your breath, if your body is saying, I need a break. It's a great pose of comfort and grounding and recharging. Keeping your hands where they are, arms extended, hands out in front. We're going to rise up and bring the chest in line with your thumbs. Maybe bring the knees in if they've splayed out, lining your knees up under your body there, under your hips. And exhale to bring the chest to the mat, nipples between the thumbs, chin comes to the ground. This is Ashta Pranami, pointed prayer. Arms are alongside the ribs. Bun is up in the air. And inhale to slide forward onto your belly, coming into baby cobra. Exhale to press back up to child's pose. And then inhale, come forward. We're going to go straight to an upward pressing position. Knees can be down. Press the chest up. Arms are long. Shoulders pressed together behind your back. Exhale to bring hips to heels. A little flow here. Inhale to come forward to a modified up dog. Pressing the shoulders back. Allowing the hips to sink. Exhale to bring hips to heels. One more time, flowing forward into your up dog with the knees on the mat. And exhale to sink. And then on your next inhale, we'll press up into downward facing dog, piking the hips towards the ceiling. Feet are about a foot of 2 fist width apart. Knees are soft, tailbone points skyward. The eyes of your elbows rotate towards the ceiling. Knuckles are pressed into the mat, head drops. Breathe here. Option to walk your dog, pedaling out the feet. Maybe sinking the knees and stretching back up again. Take a few breaths in your dog, getting comfortable. Oops, these earbuds, gotta stay in there. And then inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the foot alongside the right thumb, lowering the left knee to the mat. And lifting up, coming into a low lunge. Option to sink into your hips here just a bit. Your right knee can come beyond the right ankle. That's okay in this supported position. Arms reach up. Maybe you imagine your thumbs could reach the wall behind you, pressing your heart forward and up. And then on your next inhale, bringing hands to heart center, we'll twist over to the right, extending the arms wide to a T. Shoulders slide down your back. Option to bring the left forearm outside the right thigh and using the pressure between the two for a little more leverage for a bigger stretch. And then inhaling to return to Anjaneyasana, to arms up, sinking again into the hips. And then coming back up to 90-degree angles in your front legs. Exhale the left palm alongside the right foot, coming into a twist here. Finding length, pressing shoulder blades away from ears, towards each other on your back. Gaze can be up at your thumb or it can be down at the hand on the mat. And then bringing the right hand down to frame up the foot. You may wish to scoot your foot just a little forward here. We're going to do a half Hanuman. It's a half split. And this is where blocks can come in really good, really helpful. So for example, we're going to sink the hips back, straighten the front leg, lift the foot. Notice the curve in my back up here. Notice that there is not a lot of space in my shoulders. I can take these blocks or books or cans, and I can find length and space in my shoulders as I press my hips back. I can press my heart forward. It just creates openness up here, which can be very satisfying and grounding, allowing more breath in. And we're going to flow a little bit between that. Inhale to sink forward. Exhale to straighten the front leg. It doesn't have to come all the way. You're working the belly of the muscle, so it's probably better if it doesn't come all the way, especially if you hyperextend. Inhale to press the shoulder blades down and away. And then exhale to bend back. And one more time, inhale to come forward. Exhale to sink back. And then bringing both hands inside the right foot. Come forward. Press up off the left knee. And then we will bring the right foot around to join the left foot, coming into a plank pose. Exhale to drop the knees, drop the chest, Ashta Pranam, sliding forward onto our bellies, coming up into baby cobra, neck is long. And then inhale to press back, returning to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high, toes dial down. Exhale to bend the knee, plant the foot alongside the left thumb, right knee comes to the mat, arms reach up, heart presses forward, coming into our Anjaneyasana. Taking breath here, pressing your heart up towards the ceiling. Opening the heart is such a great thing to be doing during these times when fear just makes us want to close in and close up. And then inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale to open to the left, finding all that length. Pressing shoulders away from ears, sliding shoulder blades towards your back pockets. And option to bring the right forearm outside the left thigh for a little more leverage, a little bigger twist. As with all twists, inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to find just a little more twist. Or visualize finding a little more twist, that's okay too. And then we'll inhale back up. Exhale to plant the right palm alongside the left foot, finding that twist here. Finding length, space from palm to palm, neck is long. And then exhale to bring the left palm down to frame that left foot, maybe grabbing your blocks if you have some handy, maybe scooting that left foot forward a bit to find more room for your half Hanuman. Inhale to a full chest, pressing the heart forward. Exhale to sink the hips back, lifting the foot, finding that stretch, maybe even gently wiggling your hips just a tiny, tiny bit that side to side. Inhale to come forward, heart lifts. Exhale to press back, spine is long, leg is long. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to stretch back. And inhale to come forward, putting your blocks or block equivalents aside, bringing the hands inside the left foot, pressing up to lift the right knee so that you can swing that left foot back, coming into plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashta Pranam, 8-pointed prayer, pressing those shoulder blades down and away. Inhale to slide forward onto your belly. And exhale to press up, returning to downward facing dog.
We're going to take a slow walk to the top of the mat, allowing the head to drop completely. When you get to the top, have feet about hips width apart. Press your tailbone up to the ceiling, which means you need to soften your knees, allowing the head to drop. Our necks work so hard. Every chance you get, you should allow your head to drop. This is a great opportunity. Option to grab opposite elbows. Maybe sway your head your torso side to side. Maybe you shake your head, no thank you, and yes please. Again, coaxing that stubborn neck to let go. Counteracting pterodactyl look here. And then inhale to bring your palms to your shins, pressing out, finding length in the spine from the tailbone to the crown of your head. See if you can get just a centimeter more length there. Press the shoulders away, gaze is down, and exhale, fold and drape, let it all go. We'll do one more. Inhale to press out for length. Exhale to fold down. And then inhale, sweep the arms out and up, bringing the palms together above your head, gaze is up, heart presses up, and exhale, hands through heart center. I apologize for coming off the screen at this point, but hopefully you can get the idea of the upper part of the posture. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold in half, tracing the midline with your palms. Drop the head. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale to fold and drape. Inhale to sweep the arms wide, making a big circle as they come up to meet above your head, pressing the heart up. Exhale, hands through heart center. We'll do a few more of these as a moving meditation. Following your breath, feel free to go faster or slower than I am, according to what your breath wants. But I'll still call it. So inhale to sweep out and up. Exhale to fold over. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold and drape. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Coming to your side. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale to trace the midline, come to the mat. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale to fold, drop the head. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, sweeping out and up. Exhale to fold in half. Inhale to come to a long spine. Exhale to plant the hands, step back, lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam, sliding forward into baby cobra. Exhale to press up through tabletop to your upside down V, piking those hips up to the ceiling. Back in downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep the right leg high. Exhale, we'll bend the knee, plant the foot alongside the right thumb. And spinning the left heel down to the mat so that you have heel to heel or heel to arch alignment among your feet. Extend the right arm behind you alongside your body as the left arm comes forward. And that left arm is going to trace a circle, a half circle perhaps, leading us up into Warrior Two. Checking for even hips, finding a nice bend in the front leg, pressing out for the outer edge of the left foot. Arms stretch out, shoulder height. Maybe take a look at the back arm. It can sometimes sink. Shoulders slide down your back. Flip both palms. See if that lowers your shoulders. And then try to keep that shoulder placement as you flip the palms back over. Inhale to flip just the front palm. Exhale to paint the sky with your hand, your fingers, coming back into a stretch here, opening up from the right hip all the way up to the fingertips.
Opening your ribs like an accordion. Your gaze can be up at that right thumb or down at your left foot to see what feels good in your neck or someplace else. And on your next, take an inhale here, and on your exhale, bring your right forearm to your right thigh, pressing out gently, and extend the left arm up towards the ceiling, finding space across your chest. Maybe you tuck the tailbone just a bit, pressing the heart forward. Neck is long. Gaze can be down at your foot if you like, your front foot, or up at your thumb. Take a couple of breaths here. Notice how sturdy you are, how grounded you are in this pose. Feel that strength in your legs and in your hips. Inhale, allow that left arm to lead you back up to warrior two. We'll flip the palm and radiate the warrior. And we're going to do a little flow here. Inhale here. Exhale to come back to side angle. Inhale to sweep up, keeping that nice bend in your front knee all the way through this. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to straighten up and straighten that front leg, coming into radiant triangle. Notice how this feels different in your body from radiant warrior when you straighten that leg. Obviously the thigh gets some relief, but maybe you notice some other things going on in your body. And then we'll inhale the arms back out to a T, but keeping our legs straight. And begin to press your right hip back, like you're sassing it out like a teenager. As you extend that right arm forward, and when you have all the length you can muster, bring your palm down to your shin, or you can bring it to a block, either outside or inside your leg. Find what works for you. Left arm extends up. This is triangle pose. Making sure to tuck that right femur underneath your left hip. Finding length finger to finger up and vertically, as well as horizontally from your hip to your head. Pressing that right hip back. And then allow that left arm to lead you back up to triangle pose, to triangle. I guess this is a, what is this? This is a bit of a triangle. Hands to hips, spin the right foot in. Feet should be parallel, nice wide straddle. Inhale to a long spine, pressing the shoulder blades together and away from your ears. Heart is up. Exhale to fold over, finding a soft bend in the knee to allow you to point your tailbone skyward. Hands can come to the mat or to blocks or books. If you have room, you can begin to slide the heels of your hands towards the heels of your feet. Elbows bend, pressing. Elbows are towards the right side of the mat, towards the side of the mat that you're looking at now. They're magnetized towards each other. And here again, this is a head drop opportunity. Allow that head to drop and just breathe here. Maybe you rock your weight gently into your toes and then back to your heels and into your toes and back to your heels. And on an inhale, bring the palms out in front of your face, press up to a long spine, finding all the length you can from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And then take your right hand and reach under your left hand and bring your right hand to your left calf or to your thigh. Find a place on that leg you can reach and that you can really grab onto. And then extend the left leg, the left arm forward a bit if that's available. And begin to pull on your left calf with your right hand, bending the elbow to find a little space for you to twist into under your left arm. Keeping that length from your tailbone to the crown of your head as you twist, and breathing here. And remembering that with twists, we inhale for length and exhale to find just a tiny bit more room, or to visualize finding a tiny bit more room.
And on your next exhale, let it go. Hands come under the face, pressing out for length. With care, bring your elbows up to your hips and gently rise on up. Spinning the right foot forward, returning to warrior two. And on your exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale to slide forward into baby cobra. And exhale to press up, piking the hips, returning to downward facing dog. Now the other side, you knew it, it was coming. Inhale to lift the left heel high, toes dial down. Exhale to bend the knee, plant the foot alongside the right thumb. And once again, we're going to do that funky rise. So the left hand extends back behind you alongside your hip. Right arm extends forward. You kind of look like a propeller here. And allow that right arm to lead you up as you spin your right foot down, coming into warrior two. Check your foot arrangement. Feet should be heel to heel or heel to arch. Maybe you want to adjust for a deeper bend, or maybe you overshot and you want to bring your bend back a little bit. Find your foot configuration. Check for level hips. Arms extend long out in either direction. Check the back arm. Maybe it needs to come up a bit. Mine did. Shoulder blades slide down your back. Inhale to flip the left palm. Paint the sky as the right hand dances down your back. Finding length from that hip joint all the way up your side. Again, visualizing maybe that accordion that's opening up. And breathing into this space. What can you let go of here? Do you have tension in your right shoulder, for example, that you don't need? Can you plug your arm back into your shoulder and take a little tension out of the left shoulder? Inhale here, and on an exhale, coming to side angle. Left forearm comes inside left thigh. Right arm extends high. Pressing hard forward, maybe tucking the tailbone just a bit. Allowing the leverage between the pressure between your left forearm and your left thigh to keep your thigh from dumping in. And then on an inhale, we'll sweep back up to Radiant Warrior, and we'll find our flow. Exhale to side angle. Inhale to Radiant Warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhale to Radiant Warrior. And then returning to Warrior Two. We'll flip the palm, reach up, straighten the front leg, finding that triangle, radiant triangle, and noticing again what's different in your body in this shape as opposed to Radiant Warrior. And then exhale into arms like a T, and begin to press that left hip back like a sassy teenager as you extend your arm forward and allow the forearm to come to your shin or to a block, whatever serves you, as you extend your right arm high, finding space across your chest, finding length from that left hip all the way out to the left shoulder. Gaze can be up at your thumb or down at your foot. Can you press that left hip back a little further? And on your inhale, rising up. Spinning the left foot parallel with the right, coming to that straddle pose. Hands on hips. We'll inhale for lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold forward. This time, reaching down with your peace fingers to grab your big toes. If that is not accessible, you can also bring your hands to your calves or to your thighs. Find what works in your body this morning. If you do have your fingers wrapped around your thumb, begin to press down with your thumb as you pull up with your fingers. If you have enough room for slack in your arms, Press the elbows out towards the short ends of the mat, the top and bottom of the mat. Knees are soft to allow the hip to press, to allow the tailbone to press skyward, giving you length in your spine. As you once again drop your head and give your neck a vacation. And breathe here. Maybe rocking forward and back, bringing your weight to the balls of your feet, and then rocking back on your heels. Noticing where you feel this. Noticing all the strength in your body, in your legs, in your hips, in your arms. And then on your next inhale, let go, bringing hands under your face, come out to a long spine for just a moment. And then we'll take our left hand and reach around, grabbing the outside of the right calf, or perhaps the thigh. Creeping the right hand out a little further if you have that available. We'll use the leverage of the palm on the calf to bend the elbow and bring a twist to your body, looking under that arm perhaps. But mainly this is about a twist, so however you get to the twist, you're doing it right. And inhaling for length, exhaling to twist just a little more. Maybe pressing down with your right fingertips. Maybe that gives you a little more twist. Breathing here, noticing where you're feeling this. And then on your exhale, coming back out to a flat spine, palms beneath your face, beneath your shoulders. And inhale to bring the palms to the hips, and with care, maybe a soft bend in your knee, coming back up, spinning the front foot out, finding warrior two. Inhaling here, exhaling to windmill the hands down, step back, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale to come forward onto the belly, baby cobra. Exhale to tuck the toes, press up through tabletop to downward facing dog. And then step, hop, or float. Meet me at the top of your mat with a long spine, feet hips width apart, pressing as much backwards with your tailbone as you are pressing forwards with the crown of your head. Exhale, fold and drape. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up, gaze, lifts, palms meet. Exhale, hands through heart center, coming to Tadasana. Now we're going to do a few balance poses here. I love balance poses. I think they are one of the most important things one can be doing as one ages, in particular, because they do a lot towards preventing injury, right? We're not at the time of year anymore where there's ice on the walks, but we can still trip and fall, and having balance can really help you fall well and not get as injured. So the first pose is tree pose. Bring your feet to a comfortable position. If you're familiar with tree pose, you may already know where you want your feet to be. You can have your feet together or hips width apart or something in between. But the important thing is to feel really balanced. This pose right here is already a balance pose. So rock a little bit forward and back onto your toes, onto your heels, a little side to side. Make any micro adjustments you need so that you feel really, truly grounded. You can feel all four corners of your feet pressing into the mat. You can feel your toes pressing down. You feel like you're in a good spot. And what we're going to do, I have a lot of options for this pose, so bear with me here. Bringing your weight into your left foot, come up on the ball of the right foot, and spin the foot out to rest your heel, your right heel, just above your left ankle. This is a starting place for tree pose. Hands can come to your hips. Hands can come to heart center. Find a place that you like. And then find a drishti. That's something you're going to stare at, which will really help your balance. It should be something that doesn't move. So find something you're going to gaze at.
And you can stay here, or here are all the options. You can begin to creep your foot up your leg, bringing the sole of the foot to your calf, bringing the sole of your foot to your thigh. Just don't press it on the knee. Your knee doesn't need that. Other options, you can bring your arms up over your head like an actual tree, sort of a V shape up there. You can also, and this is for the balance ninjas out there, you can also play with your gaze. You can move it around while you're balancing. You can gaze up at the ceiling, or you can close your eyes. So there's something for everybody. So find your favorite foot position. I'm going to start here because I like to work with closing my eyes. Find your hand position, find your drishti, and take a few minutes to play. Falling out of this pose is a good thing. That's how you train your balance. So if you fall out, just come right back in. Find what works for you. And breathe. Notice how many little tiny muscles you have in the sole of your foot that are keeping you balanced right here. Enjoy your tree. Enjoy your play. Enjoy that relationship you have with the earth, with gravity, that allows you to instantaneously change your relationship in micro degrees. And when you're done, bring that foot down to the mat, release the hands, maybe shake your feet out. And then coming to the other side, weight in the right foot, coming up to the ball of the left foot, spinning the left heel around to rest on the right ankle, finding your hand position, whether it's on your hips or at heart center, and find your drishti. What are you going to gaze at? And now begin to play with your foot position, with your arms, with your gaze. You can even move your arms around, do a little snaky thing if you want. I love how our bodies, balance really brings into relief the fact that our bodies are not balanced. We are not the same on each side. We are not the same day to day. There are days when the balance comes easily. There are days when you fall out as soon as you start. And it's all good. And again, make sure you are breathing. Appreciate the hard work of that standing leg. Maybe you notice what other muscles are engaged. Maybe you feel it in your belly. Maybe you feel it in your thighs, your shoulders. Maybe you find muscles that are tense that don't need to be tense in this pose, and you can let go of that. So much to play with here. And as you are ready, let it go, shake it out. Give yourself a yahoo, yahoo! You just did some balance poses. We're going to come back down to our mat where we started. This time, face down. Body is long, tops of the feet press into the mat. You can bring your chin to rest or your forehead to rest. I'm going to take my glasses off for this, but it does whatever feels better in your body. Palms down, palms face on against the floor, arms long at your side. We're going to take a few locust poses. So we'll do half the body first, and then we'll do the whole body. So on your inhale, press down with your pubic bone and begin to lift your upper body up. Lift your shoulders, Neck is long, don't crank the neck. Press your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. Arms lift, thumbs rotate skyward. Feel that length from your sacrum all the way up to the crown of your head. Breathing here. Can you come up another centimeter? And then on your exhale, let it all down. Bring a cheek to the mat. Take a breath or two here. And then we'll set up, bringing your chin or forehead to the mat again, palms pressing down, toes are long, pressing into the mat. Feet are together or no wider than hips width apart. We'll do the bottom half of the body. Inhale to press down with the pubic bone, lifting the legs. Imagine that you're lengthening them, and the lengthening is causing them to rise. Everything else stays grounded, palms, chest, chin, forehead, whatever you have on the mat up above. Breathing here. Can you lift your legs just a skosh higher? Yeah. And exhale to let it go. Bring your other cheek to the mat. Take a moment to shimmy your hips. We're going to do one more where we will lift everything. Couple options here. You can interlace your fingers behind your back as you lift your chest. You can also reach back and grab your ankles. So yogi's choice here. Inhale to press down with your pubic bone as you lift off. Neck is long, shoulder blades come up. Maybe you interlace your hands. Feet are long. Maybe you bend your knees and grab your ankles. Find what works for you. If you have your knees bent, endeavor to press the thighs towards each other rather than letting them come apart. And then press the heels away towards the back of the room so that you get a nice stretch across your chest. You will probably notice your body rocking with your breath. Shoulder blades press together on your back, heart presses forward, neck is long. Can you come up just another centimeter? And then exhale to let it go. Maybe you bring your fingers to interlace beneath your forehead and allow your forehead to come straight down onto your hands. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then we'll roll over, coming to a bridge pose. Option for supported bridge. So supported bridge is when you take something, whether it's a block or a book, probably won't be comfortable if it's a can unless you have a blanket to put over it, and set it underneath your hips, either at the low or the medium height. Otherwise, bring your feet to roughly hips width apart. Maybe your fingertips scrape the backs of your heels. Maybe not. Our bodies are all different proportions, so the shape is not going to look the same in each of us. Palms are down on the mat. Inhale to press the pelvic bone up towards the ceiling, rolling the spine up off the mat. Pressing the shoulders down, feet down as you find length from the collarbone all the way down to your pubic bone. Option to interlace your hands underneath your back. Maybe you shimmy the shoulders closer together on your back. Pressing the chest towards the wall beyond your head. Breathing here. And then exhaling, rolling down from shoulders to sacrum. Maybe waggling your hips a little side to side. And we'll do one more. If wheel is in your practice, feel free to do wheel. Just remember to press your chest towards the wall that is beyond your head. That's the direction of the pose, is pressing the chest forward and up. Keep the knees magnetized together as much as possible. Otherwise, for those of us doing bridge,
Palms down. Inhale to press up. You can keep your palms here if you like. You can interlace your fingers. You can also do robot arms, which can sometimes be a nice variation. And pressing the pelvic bone up towards the ceiling as much as you can as you press your heart towards the wall beyond your head. Shoulders are grounded down, feet are grounded down. Press down to rise up. Continuing to breathe. And then exhale to let it go. And windshield wiper your legs, maybe bringing your arms out to a T as we did at the beginning of class. Take a few windshield wipers side to side. It's nice and slow. Maybe you rock your head in the opposite direction of your knees as you windshield wiper. And we're coming into Shavasana. If there's any last poses you like to take, this would be the time to do it. Maybe you do a happy baby, bending the knees, bringing the palms to the outside of the feet, and directing the soles of the feet towards the ceiling as you pull the knees down towards your shoulders, lengthening the tailbone towards the mat, gently pressing shoulders towards the mat as well. Option to rock side to side here. And when you're ready, gently allow the legs to fall down to your mat. And allow your arms to come to rest beside you, palms up probably, but listen to what your body wants. Again, arms about a foot's distance on either side from your hips. If you got lots of room, take it up. Find what feels comfortable. Find what allows you to just let go. And let go. Heavy down into the floor. Feel all that support from Mother Earth. You always have it. It's always there. Allow your heels to sink. Allow your sacrum to sink. Allow your hands to sink. Your shoulders are heavy. The back of your head, everything is like it's made of lead and it's sinking down into the mat. Maybe the mat is a highly salted sea and you can float on it without any effort. And you can gently feel the waves, coaxing all those muscles that are still insisting on being tense to relax. Maybe you've got a little tension in the bottom of your feet. Maybe you have a little tension in your hips, your glutes. Maybe your shoulders are tense, your fingers. Let go of it all. And float away into your Shavasana. And as you are floating, I have a poem to share. This is by one of my favorite poets, Lucille Clifton. And find it on my phone. Here it is. This is called Blessing the Boats. May the tide that is entering even now the lip of our understanding carry you out beyond the face of fear. May you kiss the wind, then turn from it, certain that it will love your back. May you open your eyes to water, water waving forever. And may you, in your innocence, sail through this to that.
Now, since this is a recording, you do not have to stop here. Even if it were live, you would not have to stop here. You can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need to. When you are done, bring your knees up towards your chest. Give your knees an embrace. Roll a little side to side. And then as you're ready, allow yourself to roll over to the side of the mat that's inviting you this morning. Take a moment or two in fetal pose. Feel gratitude for your body that does so many wonderful things for you during the day. Treat it kindly. It's what's going to support you during these difficult times. And as you're ready, press up to a seat, comfortable seat. Hands can come to your thighs. Maybe hands come to heart. I like ending practice with my hands at my heart because in my mind, I am bringing the limbs, the organs, the limbs of action in contact with the organ of intention. My thumb, my fingers, my hands are coming to my heart. And take a few rounds of breath here, expanding your heart, maybe sending some love out into the world. It needs it now, for goodness sakes, we all know that. And then bringing thumbs up to the space between the eyebrows, tilting the head back. Imagine you're letting in light, maybe opening the fingers up to let the light in. Exhale to fold over, sealing in your practice, bringing palms to the floor. The light in me honors the light in you. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you. The student in me honors the student in you. Have a lovely day.